Hello there. It's me, Clydester, back again with another video, and we're drawing again today. I've been really wanting to get back into just making videos just for the hell of it. So normally, and especially now, I just kind of draw and just do it. But yeah, I've been making a video, and I hope to be releasing it soon. So yeah. I won't really tell you when because I can't really give a given date since it's been kind of weird. Not weird, but I guess for me, when it comes to making videos, it I rely so heavily on images. Really, I would like to animate things just so I can get the point across, but with having to animate and then do that, animate and edit is just. I've been learning how to animate, but I've been learning how to animate, but it's just I haven't really given myself the time. And I say that because it's not really things taking up my time, but I just have been so preoccupied with studying and then just the way I work as well. I won't lie. It's been kind of funny. It's been not necessarily funny. What does funny mean? It's been like learning how to juggle your life and having to also learn how to make yourself useful. I guess I say useful to yourself because it's not easy having to learn a new skill such as animating or even animating, let's say, but it's also not easy to and it's not easy to try to make like a different source of try to build a new identity for yourself. And I don't mean to say it like it's this big thing, but make a new thing for yourself, such as like a new possibility for yourself. But today, I don't know. I don't really what I really want to talk about. I know last video I was trying to talk about how like what does it look like for someone to have reached fulfillment, not necessarily fulfillment, but what does it look like to reach the life? I don't know, it's just I forgot already. I'm an old man, but reach how do you know how would you know if you made it in life basically? Would it be by having so many people that you don't know around you, or is it more the matter of something else, such as like reaching a specific goal? Now, for myself, I didn't really reach the answer because I'm bringing it upon you to maybe, or upon myself, really, these videos are for me, but, or it's just somebody, I don't know. But I'm bringing it upon myself just so I can think about, or maybe even interact with you guys. So even talk about it in the comments. But for me, today, something I would like to talk about, I'm not really sure. I guess I would like to talk a bit about really fulfillment. Fulfillment is one of those weird things that we learn about so late, or is one of those skills or things that we rarely ever think about because really it's one of those hard conversations to really talk about since life is already fulfilling enough. Most people can't really think of fulfillment because, or at least for me, and I have to use myself as an example because I can't really say for other people, but For myself, for a long time, I never really thought of, well, I thought about it, but I just never really did anything about it. I always thought about all these philosophical things such as living a life, and now I mean, most people call it philosophical, but like how to live a life and what does it mean to be fulfilled. But I would never really act on it. I guess I was always kind of scared, but I just never really did act on it because I don't know. For me, I guess it wasn't that much of a priority as a kid. My real focus was getting girls and doing all that, but I guess in these relationships, I would never really feel comfortable. I suppose that you could say that it wasn't a good fit for me. And what I mean is that when it comes to chasing after girls or looking for friends, it always came like I was pulling on something, like I was forcing myself in a direction which is really not for me. And so after this last relationship that I had, I just really had to take a step back and really consider things, really consider how I acted in that relationship and really think about it because, didn't really do the best of things and I definitely didn't make that person very comfortable. So these days I have to take it upon myself to really get to know myself. But then again, even that's a challenge in itself. You know, it's very hard for me to be fulfilled to myself. As digging into oneself is a challenge, but not even a challenge, but it's very much a bunch of roads which you have no guide on, and you constantly just have to keep going down that road and trusting yourself. But even then, going down that road, it could get very tiresome and very dark. It can easily get lost. I I experienced it when I was basically writing day in day out, like not even day in day out, but I would spend like an hour or two just writing, and I could just feel myself getting a headache after just trying and trying and trying to just figure myself out and see how I can learn from this mistake and all, and it hurt. And I just realized how I just looked it up and just realized how people says it's not good to just constantly write and write and write because it just puts you in a negative cycle, and it's just you just can't just sit and write and write and write because that's how eventually people build up a negative mindset and eventually may even hurt themselves permanently. But even though I forgot about the point of this talk. But I guess for me, growing up, like even nowadays, finding fulfillment is a challenge because I have to find it in myself. What it means to find fulfillment is that I have to find every day just to find out about myself, what I like, who am I, and so on. It's constantly having to come out of like the predefined life I chose for myself and see what could be there for myself. And while it's definitely such a skill, it's a skill to like really be honest with yourself, but it's a skill to really listen to that side of yourself, and that's something I'm still developing because at times I could be the rowdiest asshole to myself and want to do something and then just decide to like do something else because I just feel like, oh, that's so much better for you than just like laying down here and doing nothing. It's just like I know what's best, and like my body just retaliates with like more stress, and I deal with the repercussions, and it's like a learning lesson. Yeah, I don't really know why it happens. Maybe that's just my stress response, or maybe it's just a sign of like so much built up pressure in myself. But yeah, I feel like to truly be fulfilled, I need to really get fulfilled myself, and as in like learning about myself, getting attuned to myself, knowing how I work, and especially like getting to know myself, but especially getting to know what makes me work, as in, hey, what do you like to do? Or I guess not even like what you like to do, but yeah, no, what you like to do, because like it's a part of it. Also, even giving myself better things, like I guess going to sleep on time, or even it's just being like my own brother, which I kind of think about a lot more now and take to heart more since it makes more sense. Because most times you're gonna need to be on your own brother to make sure that your being well cared for. But I really don't know how long this video is going for, but I feel like this is like the first video I actually stayed on topic for, so I guess that's great. But I really wanted to have this chat today, and I hope you enjoyed it. But this is something I drawn today. I guess it's too dark, but drew this guy. I drew this, and I drew this person with the butt. Let's try to add their head. That's a decent looking head. It's a decent looking head. I don't think you can see it. Let me show you this masterpiece. Yes, that's their head. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a nice day. Peace.